Huh? What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Overboy and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2017 movie Get Out. So, this movie follows an interracial couple, Chris and Rose, who are going upstate to visit her parents for the weekend, and when they first get there and stuff, he thinks that her parents are overly nervous and are trying to deal with the fact that their daughter is dating a black man. But as the weekend progresses, a series of disturbing discoveries lead him to a truth that he could have never imagined. And that's all I'm gonna say about the plot. I just pretty much read the plot synopsis off of Letterboxd because I don't want to spoil this movie for anybody who hasn't seen it, because it has some good twists and turns and stuff, so it's not one that I want to run for anybody who hasn't seen it. But this is a movie I'm surprised I haven't reviewed yet, because I really loved this when it first came out, and I hadn't seen it in about 5 years since it first came out, so it was my first time rewatching it in a long time. But I remember loving it, and it actually legit creeped me out and stuff, and everything when I watched it the first time, and it really still does creep me out. It has a lot of really creepy moments and everything, but Jordan Peele just does an excellent job directing this movie. He gets the balance of everything that he needs to in this movie. The comedy, because there's some humor in here, there's a lot of good suspenseful moments, there's some pretty creepy horror moments in here too, and he does it really well, and I think it's a very well written movie and everything. And this one has a lot of the has like some political undertones about racism and stuff like that, which usually that stuff being put into movies like this, a lot of times they bother me because the way it's written just isn't very good. It kind of feels forced. But this movie, the way it's written into the story and everything, it just works. And everything, you see like the way these characters act and everything. We all have seen people that act like that in real life and stuff. The way her parents and her act towards these people and everything. It has a lot of really crazy stuff in here, but we've seen some of it. He takes it to a crazy place though. It goes pretty crazy in this movie, but I think it works really well, and I really enjoy Get Out quite a bit. I think it's a really great movie, and the cast in here are all excellent, especially Daniel Kaluuya as Chris. He's just really good in the role. But Allison Williams plays Rose, his girlfriend, and she's really good too. She has two different sides to her, and I like the way that they write her, and her performance is really good, because you kind of wouldn't have guessed that it was going the way it was going and everything. I really didn't think, I kind of didn't expect it to go the way it went with her character. I was kind of expecting the opposite. But her parents, Missy and Dean, played by Catherine Keener and Bradley Whitford, are very unlikable characters. They're great horror villains, but they're not likable villains, if that makes sense. Like, they're not likable characters, but they're very well written and acted. Both of them give really great performances, especially Catherine Keener. She's just downright creepy at times in this movie. There's parts where when I'm watching her, I just get chills watching her, because there's just something really off and creepy about her. But I could say the same thing about Bradley Whitford's character too. He's got a creepiness to him as well, and they pretend to be these nice people, and you can tell there's something off about them from the get-go, and I like that about this movie. And there's other things I really liked in this movie too, like the humor is really well written. There's a lot of funny moments when he's talking to his friend on the phone, and his friend's being really funny, but it doesn't overtake the horror aspects of the story and everything. And even though he does make little jokes in it, it's funny the way he reacts to hearing about what's going on and everything, and he's telling him to get out and everything, the way he get out of there before it's too late and everything. And he's still really funny though, but he's also, you can tell he's also being serious, but he's also being funny, and it works. The way the dialogue and stuff is written just works really well and everything. And this has some really great cinematography too, but that's something that the horror genre is really good at, is getting really good cinematography in their horror movies. And this, Blumhouse does that a lot with their movies, and this is definitely one of the ones that does that really well. And the score in here, which is done by Michael Abels, is just excellent. I love his score for this movie. He did a really great job with it. And but yeah, I think this is just a really great movie. It has a lot of crazy moments and stuff, but it's one that I always love. And like the scenes when she tells him to sink and he's falling into the void and stuff, that stuff just creeps me out for some reason. I don't know what it is, but there's just something terrifying about it and everything. But this is a really good movie. It was called a horror classic, or an instant horror classic, when it first came out 5 years ago, and I can completely agree that this is definitely a modern horror classic. It's one that I think is going to be talked about for years to come, and it is still a really great movie. And it was a great directorial debut for Jordan Peele. He did a really great job with this movie, and everything, and he's become one of those directors that every time he has a movie, I can't wait to see him. And that's one of the reasons I'm reviewing this one, is because I didn't review it before when it first came out, because I didn't have the channel, and I think I reviewed Us when it first came out. I'm going to re-review it later, but I'm getting ready hopefully to see Nope sometime later in the week, maybe Friday, or if not Friday, then maybe sometime early next week. Hopefully I'll get to see Nope. But yeah, so anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Get Out, and I'd say I'd give the movie an 8.5 out of 10. It's a really great movie. I have always really enjoyed this one. Every time I watch it, it's really well done, and it's just a very creepy movie and stuff, and it really is entertaining. But let me know in the comments what you think of Get Out, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.